When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro.
Okay,
That's
it's a real
absolutely what it
thing,
is.
man. It's a real thing.
Yeah,
Especially
man.
with one woman. That's the thing.
All right, relax there, monogamous Mike.
No, I'm saying that for you more than for me.
Oh
That's what I
yeah,
mean, yeah.
for me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
Monogamous Mike. That's a good one.
So what's new, Doug?
What's happening? Well, we got a few things going on. We'll do quick little sports, little basketball talk.
Bam, 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 bam. Go.
We got my Clippers are looking fucking tight, looking
Yep.
solid.
17-3.
Best team in the league since December.
Yep.
They were having some issues when Harden first came. They looked like they were not gonna take off. They were struggling.
Yeah.
Like they actually lost, I think, like their first 4 games or something when Harden first came on, and everybody was talking shit about like no chemistry, blah blah. They can't make it work, Harden ball and all this other shit. But now
Now they're good.
They're locked
How
solid, man.
does have you watched their games?
I watched their last 3 games.
How does Westbrook fall into that?
Westbrook has
program?
now accepted his status as second line, like 6-man essentially.
Who is the? I guess.
Was starting 5.
Starting 5.
So you got Harden, PG, Kawhi, and they'll run Norman, or they'll switch Norman for like Zubats or Tice
Yeah.
if they want to play big man. So
Yeah.
it depends what they're doing.
I think they need the only thing that they're really, really missing deep in the playoffs would be like a really good center. If they had like a Jokic, it'd be huge for them.
I think between Tice and Zubats, they also have Plumlee, which is whatever, but between Tice and Zubats, they got a good thing going because Zubats runs a decent pick and roll with Harden,
Yeah.
where he's a threat, where if he's there, it opens up the wing so they can toss it to PG or Kawhi or Norman or Terrence Mann because they can all shoot 3.
Right.
Like Kawhi and PG are Kawhi at least is like 1 or 2 in the league right now, topped for 3-point percentage from catch and release,
Wow.
which is nuts.
That's pretty good.
And you know what's crazy? I didn't realize until I watched some YouTube video this week. Harden is actually best in the league for 3-point percentage off the dribble. Best in the league.
I mean, it makes sense. His game is that way.
Yeah, but I don't know. I figured there would have been like other guys. in
Other
the
guys
league.
that
Yeah,
are
but he's
better.
like literally number 1.
People forget, man. Harden used to be the guy.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
like the beard was a
Back
thing.
in the Rockets days.
Oh, bro,
Holy
he was a monster, man.
But it's weird because Westbrook was too at one point. Like
Bro,
just
he
a
was
few years
so
before
good. He literally convinced the Rockets he doesn't have to play defense.
It's
like,
true.
There's actual highlights of him
Yeah.
not playing defense,
yeah.
and nobody gives a fuck
Yeah.
because they know nobody can produce like that. That's why Westbrook is okay being second line because
Yeah.
he realizes that he can't produce like Harden.
So yeah, that's what's interesting because Westbrook will also sometimes play with the 5.
Yeah,
Like we'll play with the starting guys, but that's more if they're running short on guys. Like if Kawhi's
or they're
taking
running
a day
really
off.
small. I see
If
them
they run really
small.
they
with
can.
Westbrook.
Yeah, if they run
But
a
Westbrook ends up being a small a shooting guard at that point.
That's right, because they got other guys to run the wings. Like they got Powell and Terrence
Yeah.
Mann. Those guys can actually run the wings, and then Westbrook will be more of where like Kawhi plays sometimes.
Yeah.
So they can really run some small
They
ball.
can run really
but,
good small
But
ball.
I've noticed that Tyson Zubats actually have a good thing going with Harden. I think Harden. I don't say he's a missing piece because Westbrook can also bring the ball up, but surprisingly, Harden's actually a pretty decent off pick and roll.
I'd say Harden's significantly better point guard.
Yeah, I'm now
Yeah.
convinced of that after watching the play last
He
few
just
games.
doesn't play defense.
Yeah.
He just doesn't play
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah.
So if you have a guy like Westbrook who does play defense,
Well, not only that, like PG and Kawhi, they'll play defense. as well,
Kawhi, yeah, PG's not the best defender,
I
though.
guess.
But like I'd say Westbrook is a better defender,
Mm.
and he can probably play big ball in a certain context. Like I've seen him defend LeBron and not be that bad.
Westbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because he's athletic.
not only is he athletic, he's actually strong as fuck.
Well, he's also scrappy too. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't give
drove,
up.
I saw this one highlight. He drove on Bobo
Shut up.
and he
Shut
fucking
up.
bumped him.
Shut up.
He bumped him and Bobo was like, and he did the baby cradle.
Yeah, I see that.
Bobo.
They've been doing that. Him and Peachy even doing that.
That's crazy. This guy's 6'3", maybe 200 pounds, and Bobo's like what 6'11", whatever the fuck
like
he
7,
is.
whatever. Yeah.
whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
weighing fucking some Sudanese kilos. Like
Sudanese kilos.
those kilos are different over here.
They are different. They way
Those
different.
kilos are different. That guy got bumped. I'm like, man, Bobo needs to be a small forward.
The other one that was crazy, PG, his efficiency the last few games is like off the charts. Like he had a 37-point game the other night, 7 for 10 from 3.
These guys,
7 for 10.
people don't understand.
Bro, what the fuck?
These guys are like
Couldn't miss.
They're one like they are 1% basketball players
Yeah.
of world currently. So if you take 4 of them and you put them on a team, if the egos are in check,
Yeah,
they're going to
that's
be
big.
really good.
That's
man.
big. I think that's big credit to Ty Lue for that.
Yeah,
Because you got Kawhi doesn't have too much of an ego. He kind of just like he's that quiet dude. He's just gonna do
Kawhi
what
has
he does.
no ego.
But between Westbrook, Harden,
All ego.
PG,
all ego. PG
all ego.
50-50. But,
yeah, Pete's 50,
but
but Harden, Westbrook,
Harden and Westbrook, like
Jesus.
fucking all-time high ego.
yeah.
You know,
So
Shaquille O'Neal in his prime ego.
So I think the biggest thing, credit to Ty Lue for managing like the personalities, was definitely Westbrook. Getting Westbrook to not only accept but thrive in the role
Yeah.
that he's in, I think is huge.
I also think the Lakers are fucked still.
Yeah, I don't think they're fucked. Like I think they'll probably make it for the play-in tournament, but it'll be tight. It'll be tight for them going into like the home stretch.
They're not gonna be champions anytime.
No,
soon.
I don't think so.
And I don't know why management's not taking a bigger step towards that. Like, I would be trying to acquire like big fish in this pond of fucking NBA players.
I think they're looking because how much longer does Davis have on his contract?
2 years.
They might be looking to offload that and then looking at picking up big pieces. Again.
Davis was never like, except for that 1 year, 2020, where everybody was in shambles.
Yeah.
Davis was never like what we thought he was gonna be.
Well, he had a crazy game the other week that actually was the Davis that they thought they paid for. Like,
Too inconsistent,
He went
though.
40 and 20.
yeah,
40 and 20, bro.
it's ridiculous.
What the
but
fuck is
it's
that?
too inconsistent.
I know, it's true.
Right? I'd rather have a 30 and 10 guy that does
Consistently.
that every
Yeah,
time
yeah,
and
that's
doesn't
true.
break down
That's
like
true.
a old fucking Rolls
Geriatric
Royce.
withering away.
Yeah, Rolls Royce where like a
Fuck.
fucking a -2 storm hits and the windows stop working.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? But that's exactly how he is. He's
Mm-hmm.
like a high maintenance player that breaks down all the time. And that's not who you want. You want like a Jokic, man.
The issue with Davis at that point, as you just described him, is that he's on such a big contract
Yeah.
that it's like no one's gonna really want him for that price. So you're basically stuck with like 40 million on your cap per year
Yeah.
till that contract's up.
But it's a 500 million cap, no?
I don't know, but the thing is, LeBron is also like between LeBron and AD, that's like a 30-year cap. I think they got just in those two guys.
I think it's 500 million per year.
I want to say it's less than that. I think it's like 300 mil per year.
But even so, like how much does Davis take? 40 mil?
It's like close to 50. I think he's on like a max
50
contract.
mil,
I think
and
it's-
then
I think- I
LeBron
wanna
is
check. I think it's on a
LeBron is
supermax.
also 50 mil. So it's
Oh.
like you got 100 mil there. You can't get 200 mil of nice fucking players.
Let's see, Davis salary.
Or is it like organization based where like even your cleaners are on that cap?
It's not even that. It's actually not. Davis isn't even that bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they cruising?
15th,
They should
Best-
be getting like
40 mil.
fucking
40 mil.
40 mil. And what's the NBA cap?
Let's see.
NBA player cap.
Bro,
How much?
what did you say? 500 mil?
Yeah.
You're thinking of baseball. Actually, baseball doesn't have a cap. NBA, 136 mil.
Okay, that's not that good.
That's tight.
That's tight.
40 mil is a big chunk of your fucking.
Big chunk.
So
what's LeBron?
I think LeBron's
50?
like 25.
No, he has to be 50.
No.
There's no way.
He's
LeBron,
on that senior premium.
No, he's not.
47 mil.
Yeah, I told you. LeBron
Bro,
will never play for
between
25 mil.
AD and LeBron, you got
You got to understand, though,
almost half of your cap.
these guys are getting paid as employees.
So that's what I know that's true. That's a really good point. I mean,
So
at
it's
the
like-
end of the day, especially with the Lakers organization, they're raking in billions.
Billions. Jenny fucking whatever the fuck her name.
Jenny Buss,
Mm.
Jenny Bussin, she's bussing.
Busting on these black kids.
But between these two, yeah, it's like you got to offload one of these guys to bring up another like big chip player like that.
Well, this is the thing I have is like, okay, look at Clippers. They're not cheap.
But some of these guys have taken pay cuts to be on the team.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the Lakers can do the same. It's
Well, you got to
significant.
convince the player to be okay with that.
Sure,
That's
but
saying.
what I'm saying is like beyond that. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
been, it's
Yeah.
been 3-4 years now since they won the chip.
Yeah.
Okay, I would be super fucking hungry as a GM trying to
Yeah.
reach out. I'd be
Yeah.
sucking dick from
Jesus,
plane right to plane
Jesus.
right, trying to convince
Moving
these
on.
guys. But yeah. Man. So, what else is new in the world of politics?
We actually had a few things happening in the world that we didn't discuss.
Yeah, go
we,
ahead.
we talked about the plane blowing up in the Alaska. This was like last week. This news kind of, but I guess we can talk about it really quickly. The Alaska Airlines
Yeah.
sent you this thing where like part of the fuselage just like broke off during mid-flight.
Mid-flight.
When they're like 20,000 feet over. Luckily, no one was in that seat when it happened,
Yeah.
which was crazy because in that entire flight there were only 4 free seats,
Yeah.
and that actually happened to be one of them.
Wow.
So I was like, that's some lottery luck.
Yeah.
A, that
lottery
it
luck.
happens, and
Yeah.
then B, that no one was in it. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
So Boeing grounded all of their MAX 9 planes. And I'll have more insight on that maybe for next week because I have a friend that works at Boeing or in Seattle. And when I texted him about it when it all went down, he's like, yeah, dude, not good. Because that happened during the weekend and he wasn't working. He's a Monday, Friday guy. And he's like, yeah, I'll have more next week. I'm like, damn, bro.
Jesus.
That's crazy. Apparently I saw recently, I don't know if it's true or not, but I got to verify this, but German army's been mounting up on near their border in
Yeah.
preparation of a Russian attack,
Yep.
which I don't know where the fuck that came from.
It's just like aggravation, right?
Maybe.
That's
But that's a weird one because, I mean, if it were to really be a thing, that's larger implications in Ukraine, for example, because Germany is full NATO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like,
Well, because of this whole
you're not just attacking Germany there, you're attacking the States technically.
Yeah. I mean, it's NATO, right?
Yeah. that's what I'm saying.
Even closer up is NATO. Like Poland is NATO.
Yeah, even
So it's
Poland's
like,
NATO. Yeah.
you know, they're not going to do that. But because of this Ukraine-Russia war,
Mm.
Russia now has to outsource a lot of its trades that initially
Ooh, like
they
what?
were fuel.
Oh yeah.
So China right now is getting some cheap fucking fuel prices.
China.
China and
China.
Iran. Like Iran, I was talking to one of my family members over there.
Are they
They-
making bank?
Bro, it's like 5 cents a liter
Jesus.
for gasoline.
Jesus.
You know, because you're getting it for fucking 3 cents.
What the
You're
fuck?
getting some dirt cheap fucking gasoline.
Literally dirt cheap.
And
Fuck
you know,
hell.
my family members' neighbors are getting these big ass Jeeps and fucking like humongous Land Rovers and shit like that, all right hand drive, because now they don't have to pay shit, right?
Yeah.
You're paying like $5,
insane,
$10 a
dude.
week.
That's insane.
for a V8.
Jesus, dude.
So it's a good time over there for that.
I was gonna say
As long as you don't mind getting rocked,
yeah.
rocked to death, stoned to death, and fucking shot in the face. You know,
Oh my
you
Jesus.
can enjoy these cheap
my
gas
Jesus.
prices.
Well, you know, if if ever times get tough, maybe I'll consider that. Jesus Christ.
And I'll tell you, there's no limit on women, right? You can have like 15 wives if you want.
Sounds like a massive headache.
It is. It absolutely is. Whoever said this, that having more girls, dating more women at the same time is better, clearly has not dated many
Full of shit.
women
Yeah,
at the same
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
It is such a headache.
Mm-hmm.
The problems associated with dating multiple women, it compounds significantly due to time slot issues. And the benefits of dating multiple women does not compound.
Yes.
Right? It's only a certain percentage better. So, you know, to my young kings out there slinging dick, just know you could save a lot of time just not dealing with that.
Yep.
Back to this mustache fiasco. What's going on? Are
do
you
you-
gonna shave this
What do you
off?
mustache fiasco? You know what I actually will do?
What?
When I get when I get put in for when I get booked in for surgery finally, which I don't know when that is because I have the consultation on the 29th.
Yeah.
So I'll sit down with the surgeon. We'll see how invasive or not invasive a surgery will be and like recovery. So we're just gonna go through the whole thing, and then we'll probably talk about dates. So depending when that is, we'll try and get something booked in because I got stuff to do. I have like trips. I have like it's like work. There's like other things I'm trying to like figure out all those things done because I know if I go for surgery, I'm gonna be out for like a month at least. I'm not gonna walk.
Yeah.
Right. So I've decided that when I go in for surgery, I'm gonna clean shave everything. Yeah. Because I'm fucking sitting at home. That's like may as well. I'm not going out. Not doing whatever. So that's like the one time
you're not seeing nobody.
Exactly. So I'll do it then.
Damn, bro. Send pics.
I'll send pics. I'll send pics.
Please.
Yeah. Even come by, like swing by the place. Say hi.
You're gonna be okay though. You're not gonna shit the bed while I'm there.
No, man. I'll have people around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was with that fucking? I'll have people around.
No, I'll have my girlfriend around.
Oh
so
shit.
At least for the first week, especially because that's the hardest week.
Sarangeyo.
That's literally that's literally like you in bed, like not moving.
Yeah.
From what I heard of guys doing this, it's like you're basically
you're absolutely fucked.
You're in bed the whole fucking.
You're gonna get fat though. Stick to 2 meals a day.
I don't. It's not the fat that I'm worried about. I'm gonna atrophy. Is what I'm concerned about. That's why.
My dog, you got nothing to atrophy.
You say that, but it's a thing, bro.
No shit, but it's like very minimal.
No,
it's not like you're a fucking heavy duty bodybuilder.
No, but like
strength athlete.
It's not just the atrophy from like that week. We're talking like the atrophy from on that leg for months, right? Because it's like it's limited mobility for at least 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Until you can start actually like pushing it.
Yeah.
So you end up having like your left leg, which is like counterbalancing and compensating the whole time, which is it's looking fine. Your right leg's looking like a fucking piece of garbage. So that's what I'm like. I've been talking to physio, and he's like, "Yeah, that's something you have to keep in mind before and after. Like, you got to really push it."
I got
beforehand.
a solution here.
So I'm going to the gym. Yeah, I know. There's also that
steroids.
Stuff. There's also that. So there's like stems. There's fucking
steroids,
peptides. There's fucking tests. There's whatever.
Sustanon 250s. Best friend.
Okay, all right. Dr. Agbashlu at it again, baby.
Listen, you get those glands removed.
We're gonna get you No, I'll be doing a lot of the stuff kind of at the same time.
Yeah,
because. May as well.
I want to see you with no glands, bro.
All right.
No mama glands.
Relax. I'm gonna get you a like not a real one because those are fucking expensive, like $200 or $300. But I'm gonna get you a stethoscope as a prop so you can like put on the pod and like whenever we talk about something like this.
Yeah.
Dr. Akbash will be in the house.
Damn.
Dr. Bosch.
Yeah. Hey, are you ever worried about us losing the power of the dollar, like the American dollar going down? You ever worried about that?
Nope.
How come?
Why would I be worried about that? I've thought about it, but it doesn't worry me.
I'm not worried about it going down. I'm worried about it. China and Russia and Iran and all those countries trying to get it down, and it does go down, and there's like World War III because America has the strongest military. That's what I'm really worried about. It's like, okay, now we can't travel to certain places because we are Canadian citizens, right? That's my concern. Is like the effects of an actual war happening where it's like, bro, I just got my passport. I'm trying to go to these places and I can't.
That's why I'm laughing because I'm like, this motherfucker hasn't traveled in 10 years. But it's like, I can just see you like coming out of the passport office like, today's great. I can't wait to start traveling. And then like in the news
behind me, there's like fucking nukes just fucking flying down from China.
Oh my god, that'd be a perfect picture right there. Just
what country would you be most fearful of attacking Canada?
Attacking Canada? Yeah. Russia for sure. It's proximity wise. China and Russia, they're the closest. We only share an ocean. That's not much. With modern day ICBMs, that doesn't protect you anymore.
Yeah. Would you say if we got attacked, America would hook us up?
Yeah, they would be obligated just because, not because they're nice and they like us, but because strategically they need to protect the northern front.
Yeah.
That's really why.
Would you join the arms?
I think I've joined to some capacity. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I'd be in.
But you're not in for front line.
No, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be infantry. I doubt that.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But I'm also
I'm running away, dog.
Where'd you go? Back to the home country?
I'd cross the border illegally and fucking rip down south. I'd go down to fucking
I could
Mexico
technically do that.
and liquefy everything I have and go down to fucking some dirtbag country and live there for a couple years until
That's funny.
things come back
That's
to
funny.
normal.
That's funny.
And I think my algorithm would improve because my IP would change. I want to be
So
so
stupid.
shadow banned by YouTube.
So stupid. Silver lining on all this.
Silver lining, man. You might
Armand
be-
blows up. Not literally, but on YouTube.
Yeah, after he escapes his own country. Shit, dog. Do you ever look at Canada and you're like, this is my land?
I mean, this
Do
is
you
my
have that?
land.
You know how Americans or, certain parts of the world,
Yeah.
when they live in a certain country, they identify with that said country. Do you identify with
I
Canada?
identify it to a degree, but that's why I'm trying to get more out of your question because I feel like there's a lot of different kinds of people when we talk about identifying or like being patriotic in a sense. So you got some guys that are like, this is my land and I'm going to defend it to my last dying breath. And my granddaddy was here, my grandpappy's daddy was here, and blah, blah, all the stuff. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're kind of weird. But I do identify. Sounds so fucking dumb. I do identify.
I identify.
Okay. I do recognize what Canada has done for my parents and for myself as well.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that. And so there's a threshold for which I would, defend it or protect it or consider it mine.
Mm.
But that only goes so far.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Let's quickly just, for example, how much taxes do you think you've paid in the last 12 years?
Shoot, I can't tell you that.
Just let's
'Cause
say
it's
off the top of the
Because
head.
it's done this. Let me see. Go to camera. It's done this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is me 12 years ago when I was a student and I was getting a lot of money back because I didn't do shit and I was
Yeah.
fucking whatever. And then slowly as you make money, it's like, whoop. So
Yeah.
it's definitely been exponential.
So would you say it's
Logarithmic.
been in the last 7-8 years been 30K
No more. Taxes.
taxes?
Bro, I get income tax 30%. I've definitely paid more than that.
Okay, so
100 Gs.
40 Gs?
100. In 12 years, I'd say 100.
No. 30 per year.
At least.
I'd say more than 100 grand in the last 10 years.
Yeah, probably. But the thing is, like at the beginning, there was almost nothing.
When was I at Hydro?
I don't remember.
2016?
Yeah.
2017?
Yeah.
Okay, so right there, that's 35K,
Mm-hmm.
2 years. And then it went up even more than that. So I'd say probably around 200 grand.
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds. I would say between 1 and 200. I'd say for sure.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
guys, I'd say even 300.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
you put that in perspective, it's like 300K. Where
Mhm.
would you be with that extra 300?
Where would you be? Why ask that? In
Because
what
there's-
context?
There's a lot of countries that are. One of the reasons I have a hard time identifying as a Canadian is one, because I don't think we own any land,
Okay.
realistically.
Okay.
That just the philosophy side of it is like we don't really own anything because as soon as we're felons, boom, they take your house away, they freeze your accounts. Like
That
you
goes
don't-
for most countries. As soon as you're a felon,
Yeah, but that's what I'm. That's
your
my
shit's
point.
seized everywhere.
That's my point. Is
So
like you
what
don't own.
What are you gonna find your island? Be a free man?
But-
You gonna be a sovereign citizen? Get the fuck out.
By technicality, that's true. Like you don't really own shit here.
Yeah, no, I
right?
know that. But
And,
what are you getting at here? Is my question.
and the other aspect is like, if I own this land, why am I paying taxes? I own it. No.
This goes back to Pornoholics days because the same exact thing came up. Like, wow, why do I gotta pay taxes? It's
The
like
taxes are unfucking real,
the-
man. Like
the money-
300K, you could literally be. It's a difference of being an lower upper class and being a middle class.
the money
that
that you
300K.
make here that makes you pay obscene amount of income taxes, you would not make that amount of money in a place that doesn't give you income tax, that doesn't charge you income tax. You wouldn't be making this kind of money in other places.
I mean, there's a bunch of places in Dubai where you.
Money in Dubai, it's a very inverted triangle over there. Few select people make the majority amount of money,
Yeah, of
especially in
course.
Dubai.
Of course, but because things are so cheap and income tax is non-existent. The nice thing about people over there is like, let's say you buy a apartment here for 600K.
Yep.
That same apartment is like less than 300 grand over there. And that being said, then you can go and get that fucking supercar, and then you from the exterior you look like you are rich because you live in a nice ass condo
Sure.
and you have a fucking McLaren.
Yep.
Right? That's the difference, is because us at our age, most people, if they haven't really fucked their life up, they can afford that $600K fucking house or apartment or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's the same guy that over here looks semi-modest versus in Dubai, that guy looks like he's fucking balling out of control.
Right.
That's the only difference. That's why I don't feel like the government here has the best intentions, my best intentions in their mind.
I get that.
Along with several other millions of people as well, right? It's the same shit. But there's these houses in fucking Texas that we always see, like $300K. You look inside, it's like marble floors, in-floor heating, whatever.
There's some nice fucking
$250K.
Even in some parts of like Florida and stuff too. Yeah.
I looked this shit up. I'm like, where is this? Is this like close in the city? Bro, it's like 7 hours away from Dallas.
Yep.
It's middle of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
And that's why it costs nothing.
Yep.
Right? And that's the beauty of it. I was going to ask you, you said you had some questions for me?
Yeah, I had one.
Okay, go ahead.
It was kind of like touching on the idea of adult friendship, like friends that you make in life. And so generally with most of your life growing up, a lot of your friends aren't chosen. Like, you don't choose most of your friends because you're put into situations that are outside of your control. So like when you're a kid, you go to school, right? You don't really have a choice. You're going to go to school, and so does everybody else. So you're going to meet people that do a bunch of shit that you may or may not click with, but you're all in there. So you'll make acquaintances, you'll make friends as you go because you're there. Same thing in work. You're going to go to work because you want to get paid, and a lot of people at work feel the same way. So these aren't really people that you're, again, choosing, but you might find some people that you get along with, and so you become friends. But I found that later on in life, as an adult, you start to choose what you do, what you spend your how you spend your time.
Yeah.
Whether it's going out, whether it's meeting people, whether it's doing a sport, doing a hobby, an activity, whatever it is that you decide to do, you're deciding to do. And generally, as an adult, you'll find that the friendships you make based off of the things that you choose are stronger and better for you long term than the ones that weren't chosen for you. How do you find that?
I find that a lot of life is just genetics and what you're what kind of proposition you have in life. Like, what are you gifted with, and how much of that you can optimize. Same goes with friends. I'm not the most approachable guy generally, and I usually don't make friends frequently, but that's because it's my choice. Very easily you can take my life and the situations that I'm in and be one of the most friendliest, most popular guys and have many friends, right? Some surface level, most surface level, but generally you have a positive impact on people. That perspective is dependent on who you are and what you want. Me personally, I don't think making friends in adulthood as much have panned out. People are less invested into friends when they're 40 and more into their families and whatnot and the initial friend group that they have. There's a tendency of not putting a high importance on friends here, at least. Whereas back home, it's like, you know, your kids and your immediate families hanging out with your friends' families.
Yeah.
And that's how people, trust each other with buying investments together and things like that, right? You might be just a regular store clerk, owner, or whatever the case may be, but you might own a bunch of land with your friends.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody fucks each other over. Here, it's much more individualized. There's much more self-greed, even within individuals. Like, even within let's say you're a father, there's people here with a lot of greed where they kick their kids out at 18 right away when they're not ready.
Yeah.
Shit like that is kind of it doesn't help you. Like, there's no brotherhood, right? That's what it feels like. So me just seeing that kind of stuff and understanding the culture, there's less brotherhood here in the culture. So that's why I'm not as invested as into making these subsurface friends, because the people that are super friendly are usually very outgoing,
right?
And they are also the same type of people that you make surface level friends with. Whereas certain cultures like Korean, Japanese, Chinese and stuff, they'll have many, 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 many friends, none of which are close. everybody's like almost a stranger,
Right.
but they just know of each other, and there is a whole cultural norm of, you know, being friendly towards everybody. But I don't find that if I had that kind of life and I acted that way, where I befriended a lot of people, it would help me in any way. It doesn't. It's all fake. These are not people you can call at, you know, 3 a.m. and be like, hey, I need 10K, bail me out.
Yeah.
That's not the type of guy. I like to seek those type of people where I can do that for them and they can do that for me. Right? You know, somebody's stuck somewhere. Fuck, if I can't go grab them, I'm going to grab them an Uber. You know what I mean? Or if I can't do something, I'll make sure somebody does something for them.
Yeah.
That's the type of friends. I just need like 10, 15 of those guys in my life. And I think I'm set. I don't think I need anything excess of that. It's too much. Friend groups are also like women. If you have 50 good friends,
Yeah.
eventually 1 or 2 of them are going to start falling out because you're not showing them enough affection.
Right. Sure.
Shit like that. And people are very sensitive like that, you know. If you don't see them for a couple of years, they're not your friend no more.
Yeah.
And then they forget, like, oh man, we used to hang out and do drugs
Yeah.
and sell shit, and you know what I mean. Like, people forget this stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Man, we used to do this, and you know, the sentimental values are no longer important, and it's like, what are you doing for me now? Not what have you done for me, right? And that's another reason why, you know, it's hard, because I've had a few friends that, you know, betrayed me in a certain aspect, right? And I'm like, man, fuck, if I invested into somebody who actually appreciated that,
Right.
we'd probably still be friends.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not tragic or anything, but it's like, I know these people one day are gonna realize their problems. It's just like I did.
Yeah.
You know, I made some wrong moves in my life, but the thing I can appreciate about myself is, like, I've always looked back and been able to reflect upon my own issues and be like, man, should I have made friends with that guy?
Yeah.
Man, I fucked up that one. He was actually a good guy, right? Whereas a lot of people don't have that. And that's where, you know, you realize that not everybody looks at you like the way you look at them. And that's where I stand with that question, man.
That's I really appreciate that take. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I found that over time, I refine the people that I associate with, the people that I consider friends. And what I've noticed for me is, especially as I've been getting older, is I'm a lot more selective with who I give my time to. And the amount of time and affection and love that I give to these people hasn't changed, but it's very focused. It's not as wide as it used to be, right? And I've also started to take notice of difference in values between like different sets of friends, and I see how I'm growing versus how they're growing. And that's not to say that what either of us is doing is wrong, but sometimes I've noticed that they're in different places. So that's kind of the whole thing. People talk about, like, oh, growing apart or drifting apart. Well, that's because you're literally growing in different places. Like, you know, you might be wanting to do a certain set of things and spending your time a certain way, and some of your friends might be wanting to do it a whole other way, right? And that's kind of an interesting thing to happen as you age, because when you were younger, you never thought that was going to happen, right? When you're young, you always think that your boys are just going to be your boys forever because they always were. Yeah. But then you realize that as you age, everybody's their own person, and they're free to do their own things or do whatever, associate with people that they're going to associate with, and you realize that they were not always meant to be
your friend.
Yeah, exactly. They might have been your friend for a while, and that was great. You had spent some good years together, or whatever. But it wasn't meant to be a forever thing, and that's a really, really interesting thing to go through.
I like to have different group sets of friends, but I like to pick people who, like, I show loyalty to, who will, you know, if Buddy hasn't seen me in 6 months, he'll call me up. Hey, I'm in town. Yeah, let's hang out. Yeah. Right. That's when I appreciate. That's when I'm okay with people doing their own thing. Is because I'm like, well, fuck. If I'm in Toronto, I'm gonna call a few people that I know and be like, hey, man, like, I'm in town. What's up? Let's hang out. Right. That's when you appreciate these long-term friendships. But the problem is like, if you move a town over and you come into town and you duck me, it's like, then I know
that's when it gets weird.
You're not my friend, really, right? You're not really my friend.
How's it we saw each other when we were apart?
Yeah.
And now when you're here, it's like
Yeah.
I'm almost an inconvenience.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
That's
It's like, oh man, tomorrow I gotta go do this, and I gotta see you. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
How, why is that bad? But overall, I'd say make friends that are gonna be there, whether or not you're in the same town or not. Just somebody who checks up on you. You know, I think that's rare as a man to find somebody that is like, yo, listen, how you doing? Like, how you been?
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen you in fucking 15 months.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
how's life? Right. I like to call people sometimes and be like, yo, what's up? Like, what's good? But if you don't find those people, like, don't think that, it's, there's something wrong with you. I think it's just rare to find that shit.
Yeah.
I think it's just rare to find that. And on top of all this, definitely dick transplants work. They work. Okay?
Are you speaking from experience?
Listen, I'm telling you, I have a buddy that recently had one.
Are you black from the waist down?
And he showed me before and after pictures. I promise you,
Jesus Christ.
flaccid and not flaccid. Like, fucking premium, bro.
Would you suck it?
He's Vietnamese, and he's walking around. Before he was walking around with like a 2.5-inch flaccid. Now he's walking around with like a 5-inch flaccid and like hard, bro. We're talking low 8s. For a Viet, buddy's 5'6", bro. He is gigantic. Like, bro, on his body, it looks retarded. It looks extra fucking retarded.
This is like that meme where it's like, I offer you 100 mil. He's like, I'm sucking.
It's like, you don't even know.
Yo, let me get a shit off it. Yo, damn.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's key. But fake tits apparently give cancer.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, so apparently it's your body puts white blood cells all around the
Implant?
the implant,
Damn.
and it's like
It becomes cancerous, yeah.
your body identifies it as like a foreign substance.
Yeah, as an intruder.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So for all the hoes out there, don't get fake tits. Give me some last words, man.
I got a really good one. It's not mine. The other one that we from last week's, so that was actually an original one, but this one I heard
Damn.
recently. You've already achieved the goals that you said were going to make you happy.
Wow, dude. And with that, we're out, man.
Peace.